everybody. This is my friend I met online, Denise. And Denise she will tell you all about her and her business. And so Denise, welcome to the channel, Bookkeeping Journey. And today I just want to ask, first question I'm going to ask you is, what is your business and what do you do?
Well, my business is Fit Balanced Bookkeeping. So what I do is full virtual professional bookkeeping services. So which means I provide all the bookkeeping services online. So I can work with anyone, anywhere in the country, anywhere in the world, providing all those services, through QuickBooks Online as a pro advisor and handling everything like Zoom meetings with clients.
And my next question will be, what made you get into the bookkeeping world? Like, to say that you want to be a virtual bookkeeper, because obviously you could have gone and worked in an office.
Well, I've always wanted to have my own business, and I spent my entire career, it's kind of a funny story, I guess. I spent my whole career in radiology. Like, I did x-rays and CAT scans and all that for many, many years, but I'd always wanted to have my own business. And so when I tried to figure out what I wanted to do, I did a lot of research and couldn't really take and do CAT scan as my own business. So I figured, well, what can I do? And I was reading some books and they said, oh, well, what are you good at? I'm like, I don't know. What am I good at? How do you know what you're good at? I don't know what I'm good at, right? So it said, well, what do people tell you that you're good at? And everyone on the job had always told me that my attention to detail was, impeccable. So I was like, okay, attention to detail and organization. So when I came across bookkeeping, that was an aha moment. And I was like, that's it. That's perfect for me, because I always want to be helping people. And that's why I was in the medical field. So I just switched my mindset to, rather than helping patients, then I'm helping businesses grow, solving problems, taking stress away, all those things that come along with bookkeeping. So just switching that mindset, still being able to help people. And then when I found out I could do it completely virtual, that was great, because it allowed me to start the business while I was still working the full-time job. So I didn't have to put out a lot of money like a brick and mortar. And then virtual couldn't have been better timing to start it. I'm celebrating 2 years this month that we were talking about before we started. So I'm excited about that. But then COVID hit. So I was really glad, that I was able to have a virtual business and just continue to grow during COVID.
It's so funny that you said the benefits of being a virtual bookkeeper, because I actually have a Facebook group, and I've been asked this question more than once, where, like, because obviously people can't fathom the thought of clients being comfortable and them being comfortable. How do you get stuff transferred online? With the having, like, obviously we do receipts and invoices and all those things. Like, how do you manage to gather all this information from your actual clients while you're virtual and you don't meet them?
Well, there's a lot of virtual options. There's, using the cloud. And it's funny you said that, because I'm actually working and switching those processes around a little bit, because I've become much more aware of what needs to be done to be cyber secure. I've been doing a lot of research on that. So I'm in a process of changing to using, I have some things in practice, but I'm going to change to be more secure. And one of those things is going to be a secure portal, where then documents can come in and out of the portal and be secure. And then using less email and using a practice management software to message clients and pretty much eliminate email, other than to the client saying, oh, Elizabeth, please go to our portal. There's a message for you. So then you go to and then you see a message from me. Oh, I need your last bank statement. Please upload it here, or something along that line. So I'm working on switching to a practice management system that will be able to not only do my portal, also do some encryption, and be able to share documents, sign documents, kind of like an all-in-one, hopefully, if it works out the way I'm hoping it's going to work out. But that's what I'm working on now. But I have secured now, but I want to be more secure.
Yeah, because obviously the deal with people and money, you have to make sure you always have that extra security. My next question now is, I know you talk about this portal. So this has me intrigued now. So for the
Mhm.
portal, because not everybody will be able to understand that. You mean, like, for example, when you work for a company, you know, they have their own, like, basically inside system. So you're basically creating your inside system for your business, where you want to host every single thing in there, and clients just signed in, and then they send you the information, and then you can sign in and receive it there instead of just going through normal email. I have it correct, right? Oh,
Correct. So you're basically, you know, eliminating the insecurity of email and using this secure management system to receive and share documents, as well as you'll be able to have them sign documents. Like now I use a signed document software, a separate software. So what I want to try to do is have it, I'm looking at this one that will have it all together so they can sign the documents, return them to the portal, and it all stays secure. And if we do need to do something through email, there's ability to encrypt the emails to keep them secure as well.
mhm. Wow. So you're a busy bookkeeper then, making sure that you set all your processes. That's one thing I know about you. My other question, because I see that on your screen you have Happy Neighborhood Project, which is where I met you. And
Mm-hmm.
my question is, how have you found networking with client, and also, when I obviously you are part of the team in Happy Neighborhood Project. So how have you found networking to be with gaining clients, and also how have you find the client process of, have you been able to gain clients during COVID? You can basically answer those questions all in one.
So I've gotten a few clients from Happy Neighborhood Project, but what people really need to understand with networking, that it is a process. It's not like you're going to go in today and meet people and get clients. You need to come and come and come and come, because it's all about know, like, and trust. If you are showing up every week, you are there all the time, they get to know you, they like you, then they'll trust you to consider doing, you know, you doing your books. And, you know, for us, the know, like, and trust is important with any business, but more so with ours because we're dealing with money. So you really just, you have to show up, you have to participate, but it's the long game, not the short game. So yes, I have gotten clients from networking, but I've gotten more from Happy Neighborhood Project than clients. I've grown a lot. You know, they say that you must step out of your comfort zone to grow. Well, I couldn't get any more out of my comfort zone than hosting a networking event, considering even though I was a virtual bookkeeper, I did all my networking in person because that's, you know, what I did. And I was getting steady clients until COVID. Then I was like, oh, well, gosh, I guess I better go online. Well, at that point, that was back in July. I hadn't even ever been on a Zoom call.
Wow.
So in July, I started Zoom networking. And I was like, okay, well, now I can Zoom with my clients. I can do this. I was already set up to do it. I just didn't need to do it yet. COVID just pushed me in that direction. Then by September, I'm hosting the event for the South Florida group, and then did really well, was very successful, grew the group, gained a lot in my confidence and my leadership, that they then asked me to be a team captain, which means that I still hosted, but I also mentored and coached other groups. So I was coaching and mentoring 4 other groups. And then just recently they asked me to take on an additional role, and now they've created mentors. So basically now, where before I was training the co-hosts, now I'm training the team captains of the co-hosts. So just one level up. So I've learned a tremendous amount about leadership and how to talk to people and how to share my business and things like that. So for me, it's not really the client number that I've gotten from it. It's all the other things that I've gotten from it and continue to get from it. But that all leads to clients down the road, because again, it's the long game that you have to think about.
All right. So my final question, you just literally give me goosebumps there. You know, is always talking to you. My final question is, what advice would you give the upcoming bookkeeper? Because I find that that's the niche that finds my channel, the people that do come to the group. What advice would you give them in now starting out, as you could remember, probably now starting out 2 years ago, to where you were to know where you are, what advice would you give them?
I think not just learn the bookkeeping, which is important, but I think that you really have to work on your mindset training. I think that's really critical, that it all has to be right up here for it to work anywhere else. You know, you have to believe that you can do it. And then and what helps with that is being surrounded by like-minded people, like get a group. Like we're very fortunate to have the Bookkeeper Business Launch, what we refer to as the BBL group, because that's a tremendous group with huge amount of support. Find a group, find your tribe, find a mentor. Maybe you have, you know, somebody that can mentor you now until you can afford a coach. When you can afford a coach, get a coach, because guess what coaches have? Coaches have coaches. What does that tell you? So you need to have people that are going to help you along the way, because it is a challenge. You can do it. But having people in your corner to help you through the tough times and just answer those questions, even if you feel like it's a dumb question, it's still a question, you know? So just having those people to reach out to is tremendous. And there's a lot of groups on Facebook now. So you just have to find the one that, you know, is right for you. But I definitely, that would be the number one thing, is that mindset and finding that support group for sure.
Oh, thank you, Denise. Oh my God. Listen, it was about time I had you on here. I'm so serious. You're such a natural. I mean,
Thank you.
such a natural. Any question? And so if y'all want to get in contact with Denise, I will definitely put her links in the description of this video. And thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Denise.
Thank you for having me.
And wait, before you go, could you explain everybody what that DBA is in the corner of your screen?
Oh yeah, DBA is the Digital Bookkeeping Association. So this is a new organization that's getting up and running. So the goal is for it to become a worldwide recognizable association of digital bookkeepers, virtual bookkeepers. Virtual is kind of a more outdated term, so we like to move to digital for the term. But the goal is to eventually have DBA recognized like you recognize the CPA. So it's just a organization that will really help to promote the business, not the business, I should say the industry of digital bookkeepers. And there's a directory there. So it's also another way for people to find us. So if you're a member, you're in the directory and people can find you. So it's another great way to get clients.
Oh, nice. All right, Denise. Well, thank you so much. And I wouldn't keep you here any longer. And bye, guys. Subscribe to the channel.
Bye. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming.